we're all so busy focusing on the big Thanksgiving feast we're going to have tomorrow that most of us haven't even started thinking about what comes afterward.
Are you talking about the food coma or Black Friday?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about leftovers. We're going to show you how to put your food to good use in an entirely different way with our friends in the Spartan Culinary Classroom. Almost as exciting as a Thanksgiving feast are the Thanksgiving leftovers. We're going to have a lot of food left. Possibly. It depends on how much we eat on Thanksgiving Day.
You might start to get sick of it, right?
Yeah.
No more mashed potatoes. No more mashed potatoes.
Right, but you actually have some clever ways that we can use these foods, not put them to waste, and actually make something else that's really exciting.
Exactly. We're going to step outside the box. First thing is, the most important thing is to make sure you take care of your leftovers right away. I know that after you eat all that turkey and you drink all that wine and the tryptophan kicks in, you're tired, but you've got to get those in the refrigerator right away. And you want to make sure you put them all in separate containers so they don't cross-contaminate each other. Get them in the fridge, get them cold so that you can use them. And you only want to keep them for between 4 and 5 days. After that, they're done.
Just throw them out.
Get rid of them.
All right.
So what we're going to make here is something that is cool because you can make it and it's completely different from Thanksgiving, and you can use it throughout the holidays as a great appetizer that will surprise people.
All right, I'm excited about this.
So this is going to use up mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, and cranberry sauce. We're going to get rid of 3 things at once.
That's pretty nice. Okay, and you said this is something you love so much, you just make these.
I just make these because they're delicious. Because they're delicious.
All right.
So what we're making are some Indian samosas, and they're crispy, crunchy, creamy, and so good, and actually pretty healthy for you. So we're going to start off with some phyllo dough, and so we have a couple layers of phyllo dough. And Rachel, if you want to brush some more butter on it, phyllo dough, you put a little bit of butter in between each layer, or you can use olive oil if you want it to be a little bit healthier for you, which is kind of nice.
And these can be found in the freezer section?
Section of D&W and Family Fare, and you want to make sure you plan ahead and let it defrost on the counter before you use it, because it does come frozen, and you don't want to microwave it because it will ruin it. So then you take your mashed potatoes, your sweet potatoes, and you add a little bit of one of my favorite ingredients, the curry powder. And so you put the curry paste in there, and then you add a little bit of green onion and some cilantro, and it's going to have this amazing Indian flavor that's so different from the rest of your Thanksgiving leftovers, right?
This looks really, really good.
Really good and really
And
pretty healthy for you. This is a good one. Sweet potatoes are a great thing to have. So what we're going to do then is we just take it, and we can make 4 of these at a time. We use a little scoopy here, and we scoop out some of the filling onto our phyllo dough. And then we're gonna cut it and roll them up, and then you can freeze them and use them throughout the holiday season as a great appetizer. So now all you do is you do little triangles. So you can grab part of it and you fold it over like this, and then up. Get all the layers because it's all crispy yumminess. And there you go. And you can freeze them just like this on a sheet pan. And then when you're ready to use them, you can take them right out of the freezer and pop them into a 400-degree oven, and they'll bake up perfect, and you'll have all these great appetizers that are ready for Christmas.
So after 15 minutes in the oven, these are looking pretty nice.
They look nice.
Yeah.
They look so professional, and we're gonna serve them with some cranberry chutney. So you take your cranberry sauce, whatever kind you happen to make in your family. We're gonna add some fresh apple, and we're gonna kind of take it from sweet over to the savory side. Nice. And we're gonna add a little turmeric, cumin, some mustard seeds, and stir all this together. Cranberries are so good for you, full of antioxidants, lots of fiber. This is kind of actually a healthy part of your meal if you make your cranberry sauce right.
And actually it smells really good too.
It smells great, and you can freeze this. So make this now, put it in the freezer, and then you can just defrost it when you're ready for your holiday party. Plus, look at that color for Christmas. So
it's
cute,
beautiful.
Right?
Okay, so these are samosas made with our potatoes, our
Indian
mashed potatoes.
samosas made with American ingredients, and they will taste nothing like Thanksgiving dinner, but it lets you use up some of your great ingredients.
This is the true test here.
Okay, let's see.
These are awesome.
Pretty good.
Learning with Chef Amy Sherman here in the Spartan Culinary Classroom. These are really good.
2 bites, Rachel, that's
Did you
saying
hear
a lot
that
for you.
crunch?
I did.
So
Oh
tasty.
man, they look easy too.
Very easy, and what I love about it, it really changes entirely. You go from something that's traditional Thanksgiving to something that has an international flair. We've got Amy Sherman here, so we're not just talking food, we are talking drinks.
We are absolutely talking drinks. It's one of the most important parts of your holiday meal, right?
Yes.
When in doubt, just make sure you have another glass of wine and everyone will be happy.
Everybody will be happy, yeah. That's the best advice we offer, right?
Yeah, so what do you typically recommend? We know that there are some rules, and then we've heard also that rules don't matter.
Yeah, in my book, throw those rules out the window and just drink what you like. However, you can get some great advice as to what's going to go really well with your turkey dinner. And what I did, I made it easy on myself. I went out to the Knapp's Corner D&W and I said to the wine specialist, Pam, hey, this is what I want. I want grapes that are non-traditional. So I don't want a Chardonnay. You know, I want something a little bit different. I want to keep it between $10 and $15 a bottle, and I want it to go great with turkey. And Pam was amazing, and she made all these great recommendations. And so this is what I came up with. And the funny thing is, that the first ones that she recommended is this Albarino from Bergen's. And this is one I've loved this one for years.
I've never even tried
it's one of my favorites.
What is the?
So it's an Albarino. That's the grape type, and it's a Spanish wine. And so I find it just really drinkable, but it's kind of buttery like a Chardonnay, but it's not oaked. So I think it would go really well with a turkey dinner. Be kind of rich with it.
Oh yeah,
It's
delicious.
not sweet, but it's very drinkable.
Very good. I was asking you earlier, a lot of people do multiple meats. We were talking at the top of the show. Rachel does ham, we do turkey. If you're somebody who's doing a combination, do you need red, white, or does it really matter?
My thing is you should always have a white and a red. Just make everyone happy. And then, of course, you should have a craft beer. And then everyone's happy.
Everyone's really happy.
Really happy. Too.
Right.
Especially if you've had a few glasses, you might say like, oh, I'm kind of tired of wine. I need to have something else.
You could have something else. And I always like to maybe start off with a white because it's a little bit lighter with the appetizers and then move into a red with your turkey. So good way to do it. But then everybody's happy and you don't have to worry about it. Speaking of reds, so this is another Spanish one. This is the Altez. And this one is a blend, and it's on sale this week. So this is a $10 bottle wine. It's something that's a little bit different from Spain, so also Spanish. And a lot of times if you go with these off kind of countries, I don't want to say that they're off, but they're not your traditional French or Italian. They're going to be a little bit more affordable, which is kind of nice. So
Nice to know.
$10 a bottle.
And that's where the expertise of a wine specialist comes in. I love ham, and I love that I say, okay, I want to try a Spanish wine, or I want to do something French. I don't have a ton of knowledge about maybe some of the grapes that they have there, and she can make those recommendations.
She can make great recommendations, exactly, and that's what she does. So use her and never be embarrassed to go in and say, I don't know anything about Spanish wine, because she'll school you.
Well, I never would consider asking a wine expert to say, I have this price range, but that's something to really consider, especially if you're looking at hostess gifts or gifting bottles of wine or just keeping things that you could maybe, if you have an unexpected person come over or maybe some guests
It's
pop
really
in.
an important thing right now during the holidays is to make sure that you have a couple different bottles of wine in your cellar, kind of, so that if somebody shows up, you can just pull one out. And they're a great gift. Always have a couple on hand, and you can grab it if you're going over to somebody's house for dinner, and you're all set. So what do you think of this one?
I think that's really good. And I'm not
Really,
typically
really
a
good.
red person, but that actually is, I think, really quite tasty.
It's kind of nice. It's smooth. It's not a lot of tannins, and it's very, very drinkable, which people should like.
Okay, we have one more red.
One more red, and this one is from California. This is McMurray, and Pam actually just visited this vineyard. So I love it when someone can tell me a story about the vineyard, and it's owned by a family. She got to meet the grandfather, the father, the daughter, and I mean that's really cool.
Generational, really.
Exactly. And this is a Pinot Noir, which is a classic wine to have with turkey because of the big, bright fruit forwardness of this wine. So it's going to really offset any kind of dryness from the turkey. So it's always a good choice, a Pinot Noir.
Fantastic.
And this is from, like I said, California, Central Coast. And again, $10 a bottle.
Okay, so people might want to go out tonight and really do some shopping, but you have a reason why people might want to go out after Thanksgiving to do some
screw Black
shopping.
Friday. Go have a red and white Friday at D&W because they're having a 20% off 6 bottles or more. So not only can you get all of these these wines are already discounted, you can get an additional 20% off when you buy a 6-pack, they give you the holder, the whole thing, you're ready to go, and you can have a way better Black Friday.
I stop in, and there are people with shopping carts filling up for the next 6 months.
Exactly. Well, it's perfect for the holidays. It is
I mean,
a great
you figure
deal.
if you're buying a $10 bottle of wine, that's $2 off. That really makes it
really
even
lowers that
more
price.
affordable.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And on Friday and Saturday at D&W's, they're going to have some free wine sampling, so you can try the wine before you buy it.
Wonderful. Okay, so we know that really you love wine, but
I do
beer is
love
your
wine,
forte.
but I am the
You're
beer
the host
girl.
of the Great American Brew Trail.
I am the host of it, and we love to go around Michigan and try different craft beers. This is a beer from right here, and actually, Rachel, you and I visited it together at New Holland Brewing, and this is their brown ale. This is a seasonal offering. It's called Cabin Fever, and brown ale is a great beer to have with turkey dinner. It's real malty, which means it's a little bit on the sweet side. It doesn't have a lot of hops in it, so it's not going to be very bitter. So it's going to appeal to a lot of different beer drinkers, which is why it's kind of
smells good,
nice.
too.
And it will go great with stuffing. It would be great with pumpkin pie. It's just a really nice complement to all of them.
This is great too because you set this out and you say, okay, Cabin Fever, we've got this holiday-ish beer. Some of the labeling and the creative names that they come out with some of the craft beer that's made here in West Michigan is part part of the fun of
It
drinking
is so much fun. And if you are going to
good.
be traveling for Thanksgiving, a great thing to bring with you to share some of the West Michigan love.
Or if you have guests from out of town or out of state, just introducing them to what great offerings we have here on the Great American Brew Trail.
Exactly.
Right through West Michigan.
This week, 7:30,
Wow.
we go to Detroit.
WOTV.
Wonderful. Thanks, Amy. So great.
Thanks, you guys.
And I love the fact all your recipes for a lot of leftovers are still on our website as
They
well.
will. They absolutely.
Yes,
Check
the
them out.
samosas and the cranberry. So definitely want to check those out. For
Make something good on
tomorrow
Friday.
and beyond.
Delicious.
We'll be right back.